We're going to walk out of this stadium tonight with our heads held high.
That is amazing. Wow, what a game.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable.
One more for the record books.
At the buzzer, knocks it down.
Pick is up. Yes. He made it. Yes. Reverse layup is good with 5 seconds left.
Put 6 on my stat. First title in program history.
Being an in-state kid, everything that I wanted in the school was right at home.
Every coach has a toolbox, and every tool is from another coach.
Camaraderie, be able to hang out with each other and be together.
Takes it all the way for the touchdown.
Led by a future Badger.
I'm very excited for this kid because he is brilliant.
What an absolute javelin toss. He's going to throw a jump pass and complete it for the 2-point conversion to Hawk.
We can see a lot of offense.
Put the exclamation point on it.
At the buzzer. Wow. It's good. Oh, my goodness.
Do your best.
Thank you so much for all you guys do for high school sports.
Guys, I got goosebumps.
All anybody can ask for.
The biggest games, the most compelling stories, the area's best high school sports coverage. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
The lights are bright at Verona Area High School. We've got the Battle of Highway M tonight between the Middleton Cardinals and the Verona Wildcats. Verona comes into tonight 2-1 on the year as they've got victories their last 2 weeks over Madison East and Oshkosh West. They fell to Muskego in week 1. Meanwhile, the Middleton Cardinals, they come in at 1-2, but 2 really tough games to start the season against Bayport and Waunakee before last week getting a 55-14 win over La Follette. The Verona Wildcats will be the ones kicking off. They'll be kicking off from right to left on your 100.5 ESPN radio dials. Again, Verona in their all-black uniforms tonight. Meanwhile, Middleton will be the ones returning the kick. They're in their all-white with the Cardinal stripe on the side of the pants, Cardinal numbers, the charcoal helmets with the Cardinal logo on the side, and Cardinal face masks. And it's a side-winding kick taken in by Devine at the 3-yard line on the near side. He angles to the right, gets tripped up at the 25, and then brought down at the 29-yard line for the Middleton Cardinals.
Good field position to start off here for the Cardinals.
Leading the Cardinals offense will be the 6'4 junior quarterback Gabe Piscini on the air, 245 yards. He threw his first touchdown pass on the season last week in that win against La Follette where he went 5 for 8, 72 yards and a touchdown. He has run for 3 touchdowns, though, on the season, but that's really where Middleton's going to make a lot of their ground on offense will be on the ground.
Yeah, Middleton only averaging about 85 yards passing a game, 145 rushing.
1st and 10 at the 29. Piscini's in the gun. Brings a receiver in motion from the left side over to the right. Fakes the handoff for Falk. He'll keep it, but he's tripped up in the backfield. It's number 80, Joseph Garbe, the 6'3", 205-pound senior defensive end in this 3-4 defense. Shot into the backfield. That'll be a loss of 3 on the play. Bringing up a 2nd and 13 at the 26 now for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Drake Badger normally playing that defensive spot. He moved out the linebacker, and Garbe comes in, normally one of their key reserves, to get his first start.
Piscini will be under center now in the I formation, receiver to each side, hands it off for Falk. Falk makes a move to the right, then cuts back left. He's hit at the 30 and stopped maybe just across the 30-yard line by a host of Wildcats. That'll be about a 4-yard pickup on 2nd down, bring up a 3rd and 8. And this isn't what Middleton really wants offensively, is to start out with a 3rd down and long.
No, you want to be moving the chains here a little bit better here. They've not been that successful passing the ball this year. They want to grind ground and pound. That's what I was looking for.
Piscini in the gun, goes with a hard count. He's got 2 receivers to each side. Gets a knee-high snap, looks to the near side, fires to the sideline. That's incomplete, intended for Dayton Devine, the senior wide receiver, and the punting unit will come out for the Cardinals. It'll be Owen Halverson taking care of both punting and kicking for Middleton, the senior. And then back on the return for Verona, they'll put 2 returners back in number 20, Trey Ingram, and 22, Trey Poteet. Halverson gets the high snap. Spiraling kick over to the far side, and that's Poteet. Poteet across the 40, 45, and then spinning into a tackle and brought down at the 46. It's a great starting field position for this Verona offense.
Yeah, Poteet, that's his second punt return. He had 1 for 12 earlier this year. 37 yards on that kick for Halverson. And looks like about a 14-yard gain. Great field position to start out.
Caden Kittleson, the senior quarterback for Verona. He'll be in the pistol. Trips to the near side to the left. He has Ingram 2 yards behind him as it's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Kittleson gets the chest-high snap, gives it to Ingram right away. He lowers his shoulder, drives his legs, picks up 3, maybe 4 on 1st down. And they'll give him 3 yards to the 49.
As somebody knows, I'm sure he knows Asher Kalaji, the son of the Badger defensive line coach. Interesting enough, last week Verona got to go to the home foot. The players got to go to the game. Armstrong was there, Pyloff for Middleton, and of course the coaches' kids were on the sideline. Big thrill for them on football Saturday.
Kittleson brings a receiver in motion. He'll hand it off to Ingram. He's hit at the line, spinning around, and brought down maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And, you know, we said we were going to talk a lot about linebackers. Here's another one, number 46, Sam Pyloff for the Middleton Cardinals. Wraps him up for a gain of 1 on 2nd down, bringing up a 3rd and 6 right at midfield for the Wildcats.
So we've had 4 carries between the 2 teams for a total of 6 yards.
So the defenses are pretty good.
Yeah, right. They're starting out on a good note.
3rd down and 6 at midfield for the Wildcats. Kittleson's in the pistol. 3 receivers to the near side. He's got Ingram to be behind him. Chest-high snap, looking deep. Fires down the far side, and that is in and out of the hands of Avery Piscini, brother of Gabe Piscini. That'll be incomplete on 3rd down. The punting unit comes out for the Wildcats.
Great backside pressure by Jack Madigan, the outside linebacker, number 45, 6'1", 181-pound senior. Maybe looked like Kittleson might have had to throw that just a shade earlier than he wanted to.
Verona will be punting as it's Gavin Farrell back to punt. Back to return is Devine for the Cardinals. End-over-end kick that's going to bounce at the 9-yard line and take a Wildcat bounce and rolls. Keeps on going down to the 1-yard line. That was a perfect punt from Farrell.
49 yards on that kick. And Verona right now wins that battle of field position, pinning Middleton inside their 5.
8:34 remaining in this first quarter of action. And the Middleton Cardinals, they're going to have to try and go 99 yards to try and get a score. As they break the huddle, and they'll be coming out with Gabe Piscini under center in I formation. Bryce Falk is the running back with a single receiver to each side of the formation. Piscini goes hard count, looks to the near side, takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass, fires down the far sideline, and just out of the reach of Aiden Cleary on the far side. He had one-on-one coverage. That was Garrison Cody defending that pass, and he was right in that hip pocket of Cleary.
Here, ball security is so important here. You don't want to turn the ball over this deep in your territory or have a pick six or fumble return. But Middleton went for it all in that first play.
I suppose just try and catch this aggressive Wildcats defense off guard here early. 2nd and 10 at the 1. Again, I formation. And there's a handoff up the middle. That's Subtle. Subtle breaks a couple of tackles. If he could have broken one more, he might have been off to the races. There's a pickup of 7.
Yeah, looks like out to the 8. Yeah, that's pretty good on 3rd and
See,
long.
I can do
second
those
long.
nice single-digit math with it being at the 1-yard line, Dennis. When you start getting me out into those 30s and 40s, and I'm like Alex Stroh, I don't math too good then. 3rd down and 4 from the 8-yard line. Piscini again under center in the I formation. He has no receivers. They go with a heavy set. Handoff to Falk to the near side. He breaks one tackle. Can't break the second one, though. And then Mason Armstrong comes in to clean things up. And they'll give him enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, that was Trey Poteet. Came in with 24 tackles for Verona. Very fundamentally sound. They got him wrapped up the legs. Had nowhere to go on that. Great defensive stop. But they still enough for the 1st down.
Piscini again under center, going with a Maryland I now, it looks like, from the Cardinals, with 3 running backs in the backfield. Handoff to the far side to Falk.
Oh.
He breaks the tackle. He's across the 25 and brought down at the 30. A big 20-yard gain for Bryce Falk. And all of a sudden, the Middleton Cardinals offense, they've got back-to-back 1st downs.
Brandon Zier, number 25, with a TD saving tackle. He doesn't make that tackle there. I think Falk's off to the races.
You know, that's something you brought up in the keys to the game. You've got to be able to wrap up Bryce Falk if you're this Verona defense. Otherwise, he could be off to the races a lot tonight. Again, they'll go with that 3 running back set with Piscini under center. Going a hard count again. He'll hand it off again, this time to Subtle. Subtle gets through the first line of defenders. Close to the 1st down. He'll get across the 40 down to the 41, and another 1st down for the Cardinals.
Yeah,
3 plays in a row, 3 1st downs.
22 Subtle, tackled by 22 Poteet. Not a good sign when your safety's making tackles.
No, unless that safety's a Cam Chancellor type of guy who's going to play up in the box, you really don't want them to be leading your team in tackles. The Cardinals will run the ball again, this time to Falk. He's hit close to the line of scrimmage, but drags his defender for a pickup of 4 across the 45 and at the 46. All of a sudden, Middleton, that first drive, really couldn't do a whole lot running the ball. Now all of a sudden they figured things out as they've got a 2nd down and 6 following that gain of 4, and they're going to stick with this power formation again. Piscini again with another hard count. Take the snap, they'll run it over to the right side to Falk. Falk breaks a tackle in the backfield, gets across midfield, and brought down at the 47. And yet another 1st down for the Cardinals. The Cardinals are across midfield, again working from left to right on your radio dials.
A couple of big blocks there by the tight end, Carter Cadow, number 88, and also looked like Jackson Mefford, 75, the right guard, was one of the co-captains.
1st and 10 Cardinals. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. Again, power formation with 2 fullbacks. Falk gets the handoff, and he's met at the line of scrimmage by a group of Verona Wildcats.
Riley Walters, number 99, I think was the first one to get to him.
Yeah, he was the first one to get a hand on him, and then there was just a host there. I believe Jacob Bindle also got there for Verona, so it'll be a 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals. Piscini again under center. And they'll hand it off again to Falk to the left side. He's got blockers out in front of him across the 45 and brought down at the 40.
Tyler Mayhew, 48, fullback leading the charge. Another one of the co-captains, 6 foot, 210-pound senior. We'll get a few carries there, but his job is to spring Falk, and nice first block there.
Mayhew definitely has the feel of like a Badger fullback. Not going to get the ball a whole lot, but you're going to be blocking for some big running backs. And they'll go quickly back to the line in Middleton, and they'll go the quarterback sneak. I don't know if that was a design sneak, though, with Piscini. It looked like he maybe fumbled the snap a little bit, picked it up, and said, I just got to go forward and see if I can get anything out of that one.
And he did enough for the first down.
It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of Verona. This drive started all the way back at the 1-yard line as we're down to 4:15 left in the first quarter.
11th play of the drive. They run the ball 9 straight times.
Piscini hands it
Ran
off,
in.
and Tuttle ran into the back of his blocker.
Ran to the back of the tight end, Cadell, and just enough, held him up enough for Verona to close on it.
And the guy we've talked about could make an impact. That was Drake Badger there on the stop for Verona on a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
That's a football name, right?
Drake Badger.
Yes.
Probably one of the best names that we've come across this year on Zimbrick Honda's PrepMania.
Yeah, came into the game with 11 tackles. We had 5.5 sacks coming in.
2nd down and 12 for Piscini and the Cardinals. Play action, he'll roll out, fires over to the far side, wide open. That'll be a pickup of 7. That was complete to number 8, Gus Wenning, the 6'1", 225-pound linebacker. He's also coming in and playing some fullback for the Cardinals.
Yeah, neither team have players starting both ways, but Wenning's one you'll start on one side of the ball and you get some reps. I think you might see Pile off over there too, maybe in a tight end position for Middleton.
3rd down and 3 now for the Cardinals. They'll hand it off to Falk to the far side. He's got some blockers. He's past the first down marker and pushed out of bounds at about the 20. Maybe the 21-yard line for Falk, but it is enough for a first down. Keeps the drive moving.
6 minutes now and counting for Middleton on this drive.
You know, I said in the pregame, Verona try and keep the chains moving. They want to try and keep Falk off of the field. And right now, Middleton doing the exact opposite, but to Trey Ingram of the Wildcats. 1st and 10 at the 20. Falk gets the handoff up the middle, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and brought down hard.
14th play of the drive. This early in the season, it's tough for pro and college teams, let alone a high school team, to have sustained drives like this.
Well,
but Middleton's flipped the field.
Yeah, and it's even more difficult on these defenses. I mean, we're down to 2 minutes left. This drive started with, about 8 minutes left to go?
8:34, yeah, and we've gone 6.5 minutes.
Still the same power formation for Middleton, the 2 fullbacks with a single running back. That's Tuttle getting the handoff to the left side. And there's our first flag of the game. Tuttle was shoved out of bounds at the 14 of the Wildcats on the far sideline, but this one might be moving back.
There's the jinx. And we got a hold against Middleton.
And you're bound to have that happen when you're on this long of a drive.
14 plays, yeah, it's inevitable.
So, we always talk about the defense gets so tired on these long drives, but, offensive lineman, I'm a big guy, Dennis. I get it. You get tired. It happens, and sometimes those mistakes happen when you get tired.
You reach and you grab.
Yeah.
And it wipes out the carry, placed from the point of the foul, so it ends up being an 11-yard penalty, actually. So now we got 2nd and 21.
And that will be 2nd and 21 at the 31. Piscini now in the gun, 2 receivers to each side. He's got Tuttle flanking him to the left. Hard count, gets the chest high snap, looks near side, fires near side, has a completion, and that's brought in by Teff. And then he's shoved out of bounds across the 30. And they'll only give him at the 30, so it's a 1-yard gain. Clock keeps moving. We're down to 1:20 left to go in this first quarter. It'll be a 3rd down and 20.
Poteet, another tackle on the play there. Came in with 24 tackles. I think he's trying to match that in this game. He's got a ton of stops here in the first quarter.
60 seconds left in the first quarter. Piscini again will go from the gun. 2 receivers to each side. Suttle again flanking him to the left. Piscini goes hard count. It's a waist-high snap. Looks to the far side. Tries to swing it out to Suttle. He's met in the backfield and brought down for a loss of 1 on the play. And that's Alec Fernandez, the senior linebacker, with the tackle for a loss. That's his first tackle for a loss on the year and brings up 4th down. We've got inside 30 seconds left to go. I don't know if they're going to get this punt off in time. But, man, that's tough for Middleton. I get you flip the field position, but you're moving the ball so well. Ate up almost 9 minutes of clock. And it looks like they're not going to be able to get a score, as they will get the punt off. It's an end-over-end kick to the near side, and that'll be brought in, or excuse me, that'll be touched just inside the end zone for a touchback. We've got 6 seconds left in the first quarter. It'll be a 1st and 10 at the 20. So, I mean, you know, Dennis, Middleton flipped the field, but they couldn't get into the end zone or even get any points off of that drive, and that has to be really tough on that Cardinals offense.
Yeah, 16 plays, 67 yards. They went from the 1, got it down to the 20, and then the holding penalty. Again, puts you behind the chains, tough to overcome, and a couple of great stops by the secondary, first by Poteet and then by Fernandez, who had an interception return for a touchdown last week.
Kittleson on 1st down will hand it off to the far side to Ingram, and he picks up a yard. And that will do it for our first quarter of action. We're scoreless through 1 quarter in the Battle of Highway M. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the second quarter of action, as this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Hey Wisconsin, it's Jonathan Taylor, pro running back and UW Credit Union member. Now that I'm always on the road, I need mobile banking that can keep up. That's why I use the UW Credit Union app. It lets me pay bills, send money to friends, and check my credit score. Whether I'm in Indianapolis or Ixonia, Jersey or Janesville, Miami or Milwaukee, get mobile banking that gets you with UW Credit Union. Join today at uwcu.org.
Federally insured by NCUA.
PrepMania on Wisconsin On Demand is brought to you by Recover 180. Functional hydration with 3 times more electrolytes than leading sports drinks, half the calories, and 1/3 the sugar of competition. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180.
Hey, it's Ridgetop Larry here, offering crazy 20th anniversary savings and my exclusive no price increase guarantee on your next roofing, siding, or window project. Go to ridgetopexteriors.com for a free estimate and tell them Ridgetop Larry sent you.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
The second quarter gets started with a 2nd down pass from Kittleson to the far side, and that's brought in by Jake Wilcomb. The 6-foot senior wide receiver gets his first grab of the game for a pickup of 6, bringing up a 3rd down and 4 for the Wildcats. Kittleson breaks the huddle. He'll have 2 receivers to the near side, as now Verona works from left to right on your radio dials. Single receiver to the left. He's got Ingram directly behind him, and we've got a whistle. It looks like this is going to be a false start against the Wildcats.
First quarter, Middleton had the ball for 19 plays, 69 yards. Verona just 4 plays for 6 yards.
Oof.
Dominant, flipped the field from the 1 in deep into Verona territory, but no points.
Oh, and they'll actually call that on the defense. He was close. It looked like there was some movement on both sides of the line. Verona will get there at 1st down. Kittleson again in the pistol. 3 receivers split out evenly to the near side. Ingram 2 yards behind Kittleson.
Yeah, it was the Middleton offsides penalty.
A chin-high snap, handoff to Ingram to the far side. We have another flag down as Ingram stumbles across the 35 and down to the 38. And they move the flag. It's sitting now at the 34-yard line on the far side of the field. The officials
holding
and there's
against
another holding
Verona.
called. So both teams with some untimely holding penalties. Not that there's ever really a good time for a holding penalty. That pushes them back to a 1st and 10 at the 25.
So credit Ingram with 4 yards on that carry. Looks like.
Kittleson again in the pistol. 2 receivers to the left. Brings a receiver into motion from the near side over to the far. Play action. Rolls out to the far side. Fires down the far sideline. And that pass was caught, but it's out of bounds. It was intended for Reese Rankins, the junior tight end, but he just couldn't drag down that 1 foot. Oh, excuse me, that was actually number 85. The 5 and the 6 looking kind of similar on that far sideline.
Yeah.
So that was 85, Wesley Brinkley.
Yeah, Brinkley, 6'3", 210-pound junior. Nice target, but out of bounds.
2nd down and 17. Verona flips the formation now. Waist-high snap. They'll swing it out to Ingram on the near side. He stumbles, gets back up, is able to get across the 25. And he's brought down at the 26. The Middleton coach is wanting a block in the back, and it definitely was close.
Yeah.
So it's 3rd down and 15 for the Wildcats. Kittleson breaks the huddle. He'll have a pair of receivers on the near side to his right, and a single receiver split out wide to the left. Ingram sitting 3 yards behind him. They'll drop back to pass again. He'll have to roll out to the near side. Kittleson fires to the near sideline, and it is caught on the near sideline. That's not enough for the 1st down. He's pulled down
Looked like
at the 37.
13, Gavin Farrell on the catch.
It'll be a 4th down and 5, or excuse me, 4th down and 6. Gavin Farrell, after making that nice grab on the sideline, he'll stay out there to punt. And back to return is Dayton Devine for the Cardinals. Farrell's punt. Good spin to it, bounces on the far side at the 31, and then will roll across the 25, and then it's touchdown by the Wildcats at the 24-yard line on the far side of the field. 9:26 left to go in the first half. 0-0 is our score between the Middleton Cardinals and the Verona Wildcats.
39 yards on that punt there for Verona. Farrell averaging 44 yards a kick. Very good for high school. And that pins Middleton back now in their territory again.
And they showed that they can at least move the ball, flip that field position in Middleton on their last drive after they started that drive the last time out at their own 1-yard line. We have a whistle and a timeout called by the Cardinals. It's a recover 180 timeout with 9:26 left to go here in the first half of action. Reset, recharge, and recover with Recover 180. Recover 180 is the premium functional hydration solution for everyone who lives life on the go, on the field, in the gym, or at the office. Recover 180 is the drink that will keep you feeling your absolute best. With only 60 calories and 3 times more electrolytes than other leading sports drinks, Recover 180 improves energy, reduces stress, and offers rapid relief and recovery from dehydration. Before, during, or after a workout, Recover 180 will take your recovery to a whole new level. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180. It looked like there was a little bit of confusion maybe with personnel in the huddle. So that's why Middleton had to use their first Recover 180 timeout with 9:26 left to go here in the second quarter. Cardinals are all set, and they'll have a 1st and 10 at the 24. Piscini will be in the gun. Receiver to each side. Falk flanking him to the right side. Chest high snap, hands it off to Falk. He's brought down for a loss. And guess who, Dennis? Mason Armstrong there on the tackle. Mason Armstrong, you know, I loved, you had on your notes here. I'm sorry, but I'm going to take your story because I loved it so much when you talked to Coach Riley. He said he's the one-man army, and he brings the juice to everything he does Mason Armstrong.
Three-sport athlete, will be a future UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week coming up here in a couple of weeks.
Oh, teasing us with some of the UW Credit Union student athletes. I like it, Dennis. 2nd and 11, handoff to Falk across the far side of the field on a handoff, and he'll be dragged down at the 29.
Yeah, at halftime we'll have a familiar name, Pertzborn, Sierra Pertzborn, daughter of Jason, head coach for Middleton. Going to be playing college volleyball next year, so interested to hear her take there. She was a fun interview.
3rd down and 4. You know, I don't want you to spoil things, Dennis, but where is she going to be playing?
I believe it's Toledo.
Oh, going over to Ohio. 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Piscini will fire, and he hits his receiver right in the chest. Dayton Devine had it in his hands, and it bounced off of the chest plate. Incomplete. And that's tough for a Cardinals offense that, you know, they don't throw the ball a whole lot. Last week only had 8 passing attempts for Piscini.
And so far, what are we, 2 for 5 for 3 yards. Looks like, 3 for 6 for 12 yards.
And that incompletion brings up a 4th down and 4. It's
Blocked.
a dropped punt, and it's blocked. The ball's bouncing around. There's a pile at the 5 for it. And that'll be touchdown at the 6-yard line. The special teams unit for the Verona Wildcats comes up huge. That was 23, Noah Schmidt, who broke through, or excuse me, was looking at the Middleton roster that time, Dennis. That was Finley Deischer, number 23.
So we're going to be 1st and goal on the 6.
First and goal at the 6. Kittleson in the pistol. Hands it off to Ingram to the left side. He has to shed off a tackle at the line of scrimmage. And doesn't get any further than the line, so it'll sit at 6 yards to go. 2nd down now with 7:30 remaining here in the second quarter.
All they got to do is create a little bit of space to punch it in here. Coaches love short fields. Defensive coaches hate them.
2nd and goal at the 6. 3 receivers to the right out of the pistol. Kittleson gives it to Ingram again. Cuts to his left. He's able to bounce it out. Touchdown, Wildcats. Trey Ingram with the first score of the game. 7:09 left to go in the first half. And Trey Ingram breaks the stalemate.
Yeah, one of the keys for Middleton, win the turnover battle. Losing it right now, and it cost them big time.
It was a great run by Trey Ingram, being able to break 3 tackles before he gets into the end zone. And the field goal, or the extra point, excuse me, is good. 7-0 our score, 7:09 left to go here in the first half of action, as this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. And this broadcast is made possible by UW Credit Union. UW Credit Union's online and mobile banking goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. Explore innovative and intuitive ways to manage your money anytime, anywhere. UW Credit Union's in-house team of engineers and developers create digital banking solutions designed for you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Middleton 86 yards offense, Verona 28. And guess who's winning? Not Middleton.
That turnover battle.
Field, yep.
It always feels like such a cliche to talk about turnovers, but they really do matter, Dennis.
Two great punts there by Verona, and Middleton was able to overcome one of them and flip the field, but not on the last one thanks to the blocked punt.
High end over end kick taken at the 10-yard line by Falk. And he's going to go straight ahead across the 20, 25, and then brought down at the 29-yard line on the near side. So, Dennis, we've seen this Middleton offense be able to move the ball on the ground. I mean, again, they had a 80-yard drive that ended up stalling out after a holding penalty. What do they need to do to at least just get some points on the board?
Just go back to it. It was just a holding penalty is what blew that drive up. Now just get back to what's working for you. You've controlled the line of scrimmage for the most part, and Verona's only score on a short field. So it's got to go back to it. Plenty of time in this game. Just go back to your game plan.
Play action on first down. Piscini fires to the far side. He has a completion across the 35, 40, breaks a tackle at the 40, brought down at the 46-yard line. That was Tyler Mayhew, number 48, the senior fullback, getting involved in the offense. But there is a flag, so this one might be coming back.
Yeah, their long drive, they went for a pass play and then ran the ball for 14 plays in a row. But not going to be able to do it this time. It looks like a holding penalty.
Yep, and that is a holding penalty, so that'll move them back 10 yards. Now they'll have a 1st and 20 from the 20.
So 2 holds right now detrimental to Middleton's offense. And when you have to ground it, when you're not a big play team necessarily in the air, you know, you can't afford to be behind the chains. And this is the second time now in the first half that's happened to the Cardinals.
6:53 left to go in the first half. Cardinals trail the Wildcats 7-0. Piscini's in the shotgun. He's got his heels on the 15. Fakes the handoff. He'll take it to the far side. He's got blockers out in front of him across the 25, 30, and dragged down at the 32 was Gabe Piscini.
Great read. The handoff was met by 2 defenders, and he kept the ball and went the other way and was able to make something out of it.
And he faked me out. I started looking for the ball and was like, oh no, Bryce Falk is going to get hit pretty hard
hammered
here. And he did take a nice hit, but Piscini, the one hanging on to it, getting them now back to at least within where the chains originally were for a 2nd down and 8 following that pickup of 12. Piscini under center, 2 tight ends set to the near side, single receiver to each side of the formation. Handoff to the near side for Falk. He's going to cut it back out to the outside. Across the 35, brought down at the 40. This will be close to the 1st down marker.
I don't know if that was a wrestling move, according to Coach Pertzmore, but I think it was a nice dance move, right? Nice little sidestep.
It was. It was a really nice dance move. You know, one of those moves would have made a guy like Fred Astaire a little bit jealous, Dennis. And for those of you who aren't 70 years old at heart like I am, Fred Astaire, famous dancer in some old musicals. I always loved the quote, his dance partner, Ginger Rogers. She'd always be like, I don't know why people are so impressed by Fred. I do all the same moves he does, but I do it backwards and in heels.
Yes. Classic.
1st and 10 at the 40 for the Cardinals. 5:20 left to go. Piscini sprint out to the right. He's looking to pass, wants to. Now he fires at the 50. That is complete. It'll be close to a first down. It's going to be, if it isn't a first down, it'll be 2nd and inches. That was Dayton Devine on the reception.
And another first down, back-to-back first downs. 1st and 20, and they found a way.
And guess who on the tackle there, Dennis? Trey Poteet. Poteet, again, we said it, entering tonight 24 tackles on the air. He may match that tonight with the number of looks that he's getting with the running backs to the outside, and now some passes going his way. 1st and 10 at midfield, 2 receivers to the left, I formation with Piscini under center. He'll fake the handoff again. He's looking to go deep. Lofts one downfield for Devine. He had his hands on it, but it's knocked incomplete. And Finley Deisher was there.
It was a 23.
Yep, number 23, Finley Deisher, the 6-foot senior defensive back on the coverage. After that incompletion, it's now 2nd and 10. 4:32 left. Cardinals trailing the Wildcats as the Cardinals work from right to left. Piscini in the gun. He's got his heels on the 45, 2 receivers to his left. Falk flanking him to the left. Now we'll bring a tight end into motion from the right side over to the left. They'll hand off to Falk, who goes to the right. He's across the 45, brought down at the 38-yard line. So Falk's been able to at least get to that second level, but hasn't quite been able to break that next tackle to break off that huge run that we've, become accustomed to seeing this year from Bryce Falk.
Another tackle there by Poteet, and another first down for Middleton on the play. Yeah, pickup of 12.
1st and 10 at the 38. Piscini again in the gun. And
another flag.
And this looks like it's going to be a false start. It is. Looked like that whole left side of the line for the Middleton Cardinals just moved a little too early. And that's always one of my big football pet peeves, Dennis, is when I see offensive linemen jumping off sides. Like, you guys know the snap count. You know when to move. You just got to sit there until you hear the snap count. It's almost as bad as when I see a nose tackle lining up off sides on defense. Like, my guy, you're right in front of the ball.
You just know where the ball is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, they were able to overcome a 1st and 20. See if they can overcome a 1st and 15 now.
Inside 4 minutes left to go, as it is 1st and 15 at the 43 for the Cardinals. They'll hand it off to Falk. He's going to go straight ahead. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So some easy math for me that time. That's a pickup of 5 for Bryce Falk.
Very good. Yeah, Falk, you can see he's got speed from track, and he's got that toughness, that one-on-one wrestlers. Football coaches love wrestlers because you're used to that one-on-one combat. Especially more, you got to get more linemen out. You need that heavy weight. You got those upper weights to fill. It's tough to see a wrestling team not have it when they've got a good football team, and some of those guys should be doubling up.
2nd and 10 back at the 38. Piscini fires on a slant, and that's incomplete through the hands of Aiden Cleary. He took a shot on that one. I think he heard the footsteps of Evan Grimey.
Yeah, threw that in a double coverage there. That was a tough one to try to thread the needle on and not able to succeed.
Garrison Cody and Evan Grimey there on the coverage. And Grimey, before the game, I saw him. If you look at his right hand, Dennis, he's got that club on it. Looks like he either maybe broke or sprained something, but he's got a black cast on his right hand. Had to have that checked out by the officials before the game. 3rd down and 10. 3:01 left to go in the first half. Trips to the right for Piscini, who's in the gun, gets the knee-high snap. He has pressure coming, looks to the near side, fires, and that's going to be incomplete. That's not near anybody. Coaching staff screaming for intentional grounding.
Yeah, Verona looked like he got some great pressure by Ryan Mansilla, number 79, defensive lineman, and also Jaden Waller, 89, was in there. That was a better get rid of it versus take a sack here.
And they're going to keep the offense out there, at least initially for Middleton, but there is a timeout called. Verona is going to use their first recover 180
timeout. All right.
2:55 left to go in the first half. 7-0. Verona leads Middleton. We're going to take a short 30-second break as you're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Are you new to Medicare? Join Stoughton Health and licensed insurance agent Ben Rothering to learn the basics about Medicare Parts A, B, C, and D, making the most of your rights, how to enroll, what Medicare does and doesn't cover, and additional coverage options. This free, informative class is being offered both in person at Stoughton Health's Community Wellness Center and online, Thursday, September 15th at 12 noon. To register, visit stoughtonhealth.com, then click Classes and Events. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
4th down and 10. Middleton's going to go for it. Piscini's in the gun. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Subtle, the running back, flanking him. Piscini drops back to pass, fires across the middle. It's dropped by Cleary. Oh, he was wide open, had the first down, and just couldn't pull that one in.
Troy Teff, number 12, and then unfortunately, kind of high, tried to catch it. I think just didn't have his hands quite in the spot, but good stop there for Verona. That was one of those that'd be a 55-yard field goal, or if you punt it in the end zone, you don't pick up that many yards. So it was worth a shot. They had the play call, it just did not happen. Ball over on downs now to Verona, and plenty of time left on the clock here.
1st and 10 at the 38, 2:50 left to go. Verona going from left to right on your radio dials. Handoff to Ingram. He goes straight ahead, able to break some tackles. I thought he was going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden he picks up 11 and a first down for the Wildcats.
It took 5 guys to bring him down. That's what you like to see. Wow. Yeah, Ingram, not that big, 5'8", 166 pounds according to the roster, but he's
north of 170.
He is tough, yeah. Maybe they're trying to fool people by putting him at 166 and a flag.
And that's going to be number 99, Raekwon Burks, the 6'1", 305-pound sophomore nose tackle. And then there's another flag, too, that came in after the play. I didn't see any jawing or pushing and shoving.
Yeah, we've been
after the play.
Pretty clean game so far from that standpoint. Proud of both teams. Been kind of a lot of animosity between the teams. And when you're competing for a conference title, it's going to happen. Close communities, the internet, social media, that brings that all in. That's a coach's bane these days.
And it looks like this might be against the sideline of Middleton.
Are you getting a warning? So it was a 5-yard penalty for the offsides to the 47.
Yep, and there was a sideline warning signal then from the referee. So it'll be a 1st down and 5 at the Middleton 47 for the Verona Wildcats. Kittleson in the pistol, trips right, doesn't have a receiver split out to the left. Quick bubble screen to the near side for Wilcom. Wilcom wanted to cut it inside, tries to bounce it to the outside, but he is ripped down behind the line of scrimmage. That's Sam Pyloff again with the tackle for a loss.
Great defensive play there. You see Pyloff has got a lot of offers here from Power 5 schools. According to the coach, he's gotten offers from Wisconsin, Iowa State, Penn State, Rutgers. Notre Dame is asking about him. It's his 3rd year as a starter as a junior.
Wow, that is very impressive at a school like Middleton to be a starter for 3 years.
Brought him in his freshman year. They needed injuries. He got a start, and he hasn't left the field since.
On 2nd down, There's a run to the right side for Ingram. He picked up a yard to bring up a 3rd down and 4. 1:20 left to go in the first half.
So gut check for Middleton. A lot of pride here. Verona's going to get the second half kickoff. They do not want to give them momentum, another score, and then the ball coming out of halftime.
Kittleson fakes the handoff, looks to throw as pressure in his face, throws the jump ball up, and he comes down with it. That was number 21, Aiden Hack, on the reception. And quickly back up to the line, 1:02 left to go in the first half. Kittleson in the pistol, 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Goes a hard count, then looks over to the near side. Kittleson pulls his mouth guard out of his hand, then puts it back in. Gets the chest high snap, hands it off to Ingram on a stretch run to the far side. There is a flag that flies, though, as Ingram's brought down at the 25-yard line.
Tell you, on that last play, Hack looked like he was about 6'2", 6'3" on that leap. He's only 5'11", but he just won that jump ball. That's one of those 50-50 balls you got to have. And another penalty.
And that penalty will back up the Wildcats of Verona. 45 seconds left here in the first half. Again, Verona leads 7-0. It was a 6-yard Trey Ingram touchdown run that came off of a blocked punt that the Wildcats recovered. Kittleson in the pistol, trips bunch to the far side, to his left, single receiver to the right. He's got Ingram 2 yards behind him. Chest high snap, looks to the near side, fires. That was a high pass, and that was incomplete. That was intended for Aiden Chapman on the near side, and it was through his hands. Brings up a 2nd and 16, 35 seconds now left in the second quarter. Second down and 16 at the 36 of the Cardinals for Verona. Kittleson in the pistol. 2 receivers left, single receiver to the right. He straddles the 40-yard line. Pitch to the near side for Ingram, and he's ripped down behind the line of scrimmage, and we've talked about him a lot. He makes another huge play in the backfield. Sam Pyloff. There's a timeout now. Recover 180 timeout. Reset, recharge, recover with recover 180. And that was a timeout by the Wildcats. So they do have one more recover 180 timeout with 26 seconds left. The team at Nations Lending Monona finds home financing solutions that are as unique as you are, whether you're buying your first home, your next home, or refinancing. They've got your back. They'll act as your personal advocates to inspire the true sense of home ownership, from drinks on the patio to blanket forts in the living room to the smell of backyard barbecues, because that's how they help you home. Go to nationslending.com to get started today. Nations Lending, home loans made human. 3rd down and 20 for the Wildcats. 3 receivers set, all of them to the far side, and now we've got another flag as Kittleson snaps the ball, and that'll be a false start on the Wildcats. That'll back them up even further. So Verona was looking to throw there on that 3rd and 20. As they now back up even further, back to the 39 for a 3rd and 25. Do you change your thoughts here if you're the Wildcats and maybe just think a screen or a draw play and get into the locker room?
Don't want to turn it over. I'd just say run the ball and go into halftime with that lead. Just take care of the football here. No turnovers. Don't want to give Middleton momentum.
Kittleson from the pistol gets a knee-high snap, looks to the near side to throw. He's going to take off to run with it. Slides down at the 40.
Smart. Don't take a hit.
Yeah, that looked like it was
going to run it on. That should be the last play.
And it looked like that was a play where it was you get one read. If he's open, throw it. If he's not, just run with it and let that clock run down for Kittleson. And then there's going to be a whistle with 1.3 seconds left on the clock. That'll be a timeout Recover 180 timeout for the Verona Wildcats with 1 second left. Dennis, I'm a little confused. I mean, I know you can't
You can hear the Middleton coaches saying, no, just go to halftime. Don't call a timeout.
Yeah.
Don't give them any extra time on it. And then Verona calls the timeout.
Why risk anything if you're Verona? You've got a 7-0 lead at home. You're going to get the ball to start the half. Just go into the locker room. I'm not superstitious, Dennis, but I am a little stitious, and this would just not be
a little stitious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wow, who would have thought 7-0 first half? I know it was going to be a good ball game.
I said it was going to be like Big Ten football.
Yep.
I just didn't expect Iowa, South Dakota State
quarterback.
Big Ten football. As Kittleson gets brought down for the sack, and that will end it. Garrett Ballwig picks up his first sack on the year. 7-0 our score. The Verona Wildcats lead the Middleton Cardinals at the half. We're going to take a short break. Again, Middleton trails Verona 7-0. You're listening to the Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
The GRB Baseball Academy has established itself as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. At the GRB Baseball Academy, the green space and field is 27,000 square feet, and the facility overall is 52,000 square feet, all state-of-the-art. This spring, GRB is offering training where athletes can choose which days they want to train to fit their schedule and surround themselves with other highly motivated athletes. The GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
I've been here for about 3 years, been a team lead since 3 months. I love the company. It's a fun place to work. It always keeps me busy every single day. Right off the bat, I told them I wanted a career here. Sure enough, after 3 months, I got promoted. You just got to make sure that you have the ambition to get there. I can one day see my kid and say, hey, look, I built that trailer. My name is Gabriel, and I am incredibly proud to be part of Stoughton Trailers.
Apply at stojobs.com. Stoughton Trailers.
PrepMania on Wisconsin On Demand is brought to you by Recover 180. Functional hydration with 3 times more electrolytes than leading sports drinks, half the calories, and 1/3 the sugar of competition. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180.
Old National Wealth Management is asking investors to get old. But first, people have questions.
Now, if I get old, will someone explain how bond prices and yields go in opposite directions?
Yes, your own wealth advisor's there to make everything clear.
No matter how many times I ask.
Absolutely.
Because I kind of ask a lot. I ask about 401ks, too.
We love questions.
Okay, put me in the old machine. I'm ready.
Introducing Old National Bank, where business relationships and results matter. Old National Bank. Get old. Member FDIC.
Total Athlete Performance is an elite performance facility with a staff that trains 10-plus teams and organizations in and around the Madison area year-round. This summer, TAP is home to 200-plus committed athletes ranging from youth to professional ranks. These athletes train speed on the only shred mill in Wisconsin. TAP teaches the importance of training smart, maximizing recovery, and working out with intent. Visit tapwisconsin.com to sign up for your free athlete assessment and find the training options that fits your goals at Total Athlete Performance.
When it's time for an adventure on the open highway, one quick call to American Family Insurance gets you headed in the right direction. Our travel peace of mind package is there if you encounter a bump in the road. From roadside assistance to rental car coverage, we have you covered. Find a local agent or get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Badger Bus is a company that values our employees, so we are taking the time to spotlight some of our great team members at Badger Bus. This month's honoree is Scott Chrysler, who's been with the company since 1991 and admires that Badger Bus has remained family-owned since its beginning in 1920. Scott started out as a ticket agent and was recently promoted to Vice President of Business Services. Does this sound like something you're interested in? Visit badgerbus.com/jobs to apply today. That's badgerbus.com/jobs. Badger Bus, serving the community since 1920.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hey, it's Ridge Top Larry here, offering crazy 20th anniversary savings and my exclusive no price increase guarantee on your next roofing, siding, or window project. Go to ridgetopexteriors.com for a free estimate and tell them Ridge Top Larry sent you.
Head coach Paul Christ here.
Touchdown, Wisconsin!
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WPLX, Verona, Madison.
Halftime on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand. Jesse Nelson with you in the Park Bank ESPN Madison studios. Verona 7, Middleton nothing. Trey Ingram, a 6-yard touchdown run in the second quarter, the lone score of the first half of this Week 4 rivalry game here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Halftime on PrepMania, brought to you by the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company. Always fun, always family-friendly, and with 4 locations in the Madison area, it's never been easier to enjoy one of Madison's favorite traditions for lunch or dinner today. Visit GreatDanePub.com to find the location near you. Eastside, downtown, Fitchburg, or Hilldale. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994. We'll get you some halftime scores coming up in just a few minutes. This was the first game in the area to halftime tonight. Fast first half out in Verona Area High School. Wildcats with a 7-0 lead on the Middleton Cardinals. In the meantime, time now to hear from our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union's online and mobile banking goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. Learn more at uwcu.org. Middleton head football coach is Jason Pertzborn. Middleton head coach Jason Pertzborn's daughter is Sierra Pertzborn. She is this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. Had a chance to catch up with the dean, Dennis Semrau.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Sierra Pertzborn, Middleton High School. Welcome, Sierra.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Volleyball and basketball, multiple sport athlete. What's that been like for you at Middleton, especially in the era of the pandemic?
Yeah, besides the pandemic, it's been a really great experience. It's really nice having an easy way to meet and connect with a bunch of people, a bunch of different girls, playing in different environments. It was really cool, and I'm glad I had the group of girls to experience it with.
Now, you've been volleyball pretty much since freshman year, right?
Yes.
Starter. Now, you're going to be pretty busy. You want to talk about a couple of things you have to get ready to go to the University of Toledo to play college volleyball. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So my plan is taking out basketball and using that time to train as well as play club volleyball. I'm not sure where yet. And then mid-June, I will be taking off.
And you get a chance to play maybe some international in the summer?
Yep. My plan is to go to Australia and play for America's team for 10 days in July.
Wow. So you're going to have to raise some funds for that, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to see what we can do to help get the community behind you, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
How'd you get your start in sports? What's the first thing you remember doing?
Playing 3v3 basketball is really my first memory. MBC, Middleton Basketball Club is what it was called, and it was just a bunch of girls from elementary schools in the MCPASD school district, and that's where I met some of my longtime friends that I'm still friends with now. I also tried soccer with the Middleton City Sports Department. I tried tennis with them too, but I found 3 to stick with.
When you look back on your time at Middleton High School, what's going to stand out the most about that? What do you remember?
Yeah, the relationships I made and how successful we were together. Those connections are super important. I know I made lifelong friends from Middleton, and I'll always remember all the memories we made together.
And you'll attend Division I Toledo to study marketing or healthcare?
Yes.
And then play volleyball. And I guess wrapping up, other things you're doing. You're a lifeguard this summer.
I
and,
am.
Where do you work? And
Yeah.
what other things do you do for fun?
Yeah, I work at Hawks Landing Pool, where I've been a lifeguard for the past 3 years, including this year. I've done some babysitting on top of volleyball training. I went to nationals in the summer in Orlando. We took 3rd place there in the 2nd division. It was pretty fun. But yeah, kept busy.
Yeah, wow. So, and hopefully you'll have a very busy senior year, right?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Sierra.
Thank you.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Sierra Pertzborn, Middleton High School. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Sierra Pertzborn, this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, joining the Dean, Dennis Semrau. Thanks to UW Credit Union for their partnership with ESPN Madison, bringing you the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week each and every week here on 100.5 ESPN Madison. Find more from our Student Athletes of the Week on ESPN Madison's Facebook and Twitter accounts. Halftime, Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Verona 7, Middleton nothing. We'll get you caught up on some other scores from around the area next on the Great Dane Halftime Show on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Reset, recharge, and recover with Recover 180. Recover 180 is the premium functional hydration solution for everyone who lives life on the go. On the field, in the gym, or at the office, Recover 180 is the drink that will help you feel your absolute best. With only 60 calories and 3 times more electrolytes than other leading sports drinks, Recover 180 improves energy, reduces stress, and offers rapid relief and recovery from dehydration. Before, during, or after a workout, Recover 180 will take your recovery to a whole new level. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180.
The local team at Nations Lending believes that everyone has a right to home ownership, especially our educators and school staff. Jesse Nelson here. Another reason I'm proud to have worked with Nations Lending for my home loan is that they're now offering a $500 appraisal credit to any school district employee in Wisconsin. $500 toward an appraisal for any school district employee in the state. Go to nationslendingmadison.com to get started today. Nations Lending, home loans made human. Corporate NMLS unique identifier 32416 to verify mortgage company or individual license. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Nations Lending is an equal housing lender.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda's Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Do you understand your personal risk for breast cancer? Join Stoughton Health's board-certified general surgeon, Dr. Aaron Schwab, Thursday, September 22nd at 5:30 p.m. for a free online event to learn what you can do to understand and reduce your personal risk. He'll cover screening recommendations, risk assessment and process, and risk reduction for all women, including those at high risk. To register for this informative, free online event taking place Thursday, September 22nd, visit stoughtonhealth.com, then click Classes and Events.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Rust for Road America, where vintage racing lives on. Experience the sights, sounds, and smells from motorsport's pioneering age in historic Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Road America's 2022 season offers numerous opportunities to watch vintage race cars take on the iconic 4-mile road course. The Aaron's Art of Wheels Vintage Weekend wraps up the 2022 Road America season September 16th through the 18th. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com. Road America, America's national park of speed.
In a land carved by glaciers and shaped by champions, Trapper's Turn is a specialty golfing experience. 27 holes designed by 2-time U.S. Open champion Andy North present an enjoyable challenge at any level. Nestled between beautiful pines, the 12 North Par 3 course offers the ultimate in golfing fun. Refuel and unwind with year-round dining in the heart of the picturesque Dells. Golf time is precious. Spend it somewhere beautiful. Trapper's Turn. Book your tee time at trappersturn.com.
We're on the Packers.
I think this is a playoff team right now and only going to improve moving forward. That's where I see this team.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
The Great Dane halftime show rolls on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app in Wisconsin On Demand. Jesse Nelson in the Park Bank ESPN Madison studios. A Trey Ingram 6-yard touchdown run gives Verona a 7-0 lead at the half over Middleton. In our PrepMania game of the week, Hunter Vaughn, Dennis Semrau have the call for you. Second half coming up just a few minutes away here on 100.5 ESPN. Check the scores from around the area. Janesville, Parker, Janesville, Craig. Battle of Janesville in the Big 8 Conference. Parker with a 14-13 lead over Craig. Late first half in that one over at Monterey Stadium in Janesville. Meanwhile, other scores in the Big 8. Madison West with a 7-0 lead over La Follette. No score reported from Madison East, Madison Memorial. If you have one of those, 844-770-3776, or always tweet at ESPN Madison. Badger large conference action tonight. Sun Prairie West has never lost in school history. They are 3-0 in their inaugural season, but they're on the ropes, hosting Milton tonight. The Redhawks with a 21-7 lead late in the second quarter. Sun Prairie East looking to get back in the win column after dropping 2 straight. They are cruising 21-0 up on Beaver Dam on the road tonight. First road game of the year for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. Oregon at home with a 14-7 lead late second quarter over the winless Watertown Goslings. Badgers small conference action. Mount Horeb Barneveld 2-1 on the year. They have a 19-7 lead on the road at Sauk Prairie coming up at halftime. DeForest looking for win number 1 on the season. Can't believe it's week 4 and we're saying that. Norskies 28-0 at home over Portage at halftime. No score reported for Stoughton and Fort Atkinson. Again, tweet at ESPN Madison if you got a score update for us in Fort Atkinson for the Vikings and Fort Atkinson. Badger Conference crossover action closer than you might think it would be. Waunakee 12, Monona Grove 6 at the break. And one other score to report from the Capital Conference late second quarter. Beloit Turner in a tight one at Lodi, 14-10. Turner leads Lodi. We'll get you caught up with full scoreboard finals at the conclusion of this one, unless, of course, we're the first game done tonight. The way the first half went, wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. We'll stay on with you. We'll get you some finals tonight. Best areas, high school sports coverage, Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. My name's Jesse Nelson. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda's provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. And the trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda today or head to ZimbrickHonda.com to search vehicle inventory. Hunter Vaughn and Dennis Semrau from Verona Area High School have the call the second half. Verona 7, Middleton 0. Second half next on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
You're listening to PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
I've been here for about 3 years. Been a team lead since 3 months. I love the company. It's a fun place to work. It always keeps me busy every single day. Right off the bat, I told them I wanted a career here. Sure enough, after 3 months, I got promoted. You just got to make sure that you have the ambition to get there. I can one day see my kid and say, hey, look, I built that trailer. My name is Gabriel, and I am incredibly proud to be part of Stoughton Trailers.
Apply at stojobs.com. Stoughton Trailers.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
7-0 is our score at the half. The Verona Wildcats on top of the Middleton Cardinals, as this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or head to ZimbrickHonda.com to search inventory. Dennis, I said it a couple of times in that first half, has a Big Ten football kind of feel to it. We've got a 7-0 just kind of slog of a game here in the first half. What were some of the stats that stood out?
Well, we do not have a total of 200 yards offense between the two teams. It's actually at 199. 31 plays, 142 yards for Middleton. Verona, which is leading, 18 plays for 57 yards. So great defensive effort on both sides. Falk, 14 carries, 86 yards as the statistical leader. Ingram has been held to 9 carries for 24 yards, but he has that 6-yard touchdown scamper. And it was a scamper inside, and boom, he got out. We're able to take advantage of a blocked punt in a short field. It was just a 2-play, 6-yard drive. So Middleton, it's been interesting between the kicking game and that one turnover. Middleton wanted to win the turnover battle, and they're losing it, and it was a big one, that blocked punt.
Yeah, that was a huge one as it gave Verona the ball at the 6-yard line, and then Trey Ingram was able to scamper in for the lone touchdown of the first half. And Verona will be getting the ball to start this second half of action as the Middleton Cardinals will be kicking from left to right on your 100.5 ESPN radio dials. And the kick returners for Verona will be Trey Ingram and as well as Trey Poteet. Poteet, we've seen a bunch from him defensively, the cornerback. He's made a bunch of tackles in that first half.
Yeah, he's received offers from Notre Dame, some SEC schools, Big Ten schools. Like him lengthy, he's got great vertical and great closing speed in space. And he can play both offense and defense, which is why scouts and college scouts are really looking at him. He's only a sophomore.
Halverson's kick, end over end. This might get into the end zone. It'll be taken right at the 1-yard line. That's Ingram. Ingram slices up the middle across the 25 and brought down at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 30 for the Wildcats offense. Again, they're led by number 1, the senior quarterback, Caden Kittleson. Kittleson and the offense take the field. He'll be in the pistol. He's got Wilcom as the single receiver wide to the left. He's got 2 receivers to the right, just Kittleson. Ingram directly behind him in the pistol. Now Wilcom comes into motion. Knee-eye snap, sprint out to the near side, fires to the near sideline. And there's a grab by Gavin Farrell. That'll be a pickup of 7 on first down.
Farrell came in as the leading receiver with 9 catches for 117 yards and 2 scores. First half, Kittleson just 5 of 8. But again, when you only have the ball for, 18 plays in the first half, just not a lot of opportunities to throw the ball.
And those 2 touchdowns both came last week in their 53-6 win over Madison East for Farrell. Kittleson in the pistol. Hand off to the near side for Ingram, and there's a flag down as Ingram stumbles down at the 45. And it's just every time Ingram, other than that touchdown run, really has been able to get any sort of space, all of a sudden flags fly.
It's like an illegal block, a clip maybe there. Bringing it back.
And there's a conference of 3 officials at the 35, and they'll pick up the flags, start marking it back. It looks like that'll actually just be a holding penalty. Now the referee having a conversation with that looks like Michael Cumber, I believe. It's going to be 2nd and 18. Line of scrimmage at the 22. Kittleson, play action, rolls out. He has Wilcom on the far side, breaks the tackle in the backfield, tries to get past another defender, but he is met by a conclave of Cardinals. Pickup of about 4 yards for the Wildcats. Moving up 3rd down and 14 now for Verona. Wilcom will head to the bench. Kittleson looks to the near sideline to get the hand signals from the coaching staff of the Wildcats before he brings the play in to his huddle. 3rd and 14 at the 26. Kittleson in the pistol. Lone receiver wide to the left, 2 receivers to the near side. Sprint out to the near side. Kittleson's being chased by the pass rush. He'll get a pass off, and that'll be complete at the 35. And that's Gavin Farrell again on the near sideline. Not enough for the first down, though, as the punting unit comes on for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Kittleson had a rollout to his right, but he got a nice block from the blind side from Ingram there just to keep that, to extend that play and be able to at least get something out of it.
Minutes now left to go in the 3rd quarter. Line drive punt bounces at the 35 and takes a Middleton bounce before it is touched at the 34-yard line. That'll be now a first down and 10 for the Middleton Cardinals. Big trailers and big opportunities at Stoughton Trailers. In their 60th year, Stoughton Trailers has built a lot of trailers and their customers want more. Join a winning team. Immediate openings at new higher pay rates on both first and second shift at their Broadhead, Evansville, and Stoughton locations. Assemblers, forklift drivers, welders, and more. Go to stojobs.com. That's STOjobs.com. Stoughton Trailers, big opportunity. First down and 10 for the Cardinals. That play was blown up, as Bryce Falk may be able to get a yard. Looks like the marker on that far side, they're going to give him, that was maybe a little bit of, the benefit of the doubt there. I thought he maybe just got to the line, but it'll be a 2nd down and 9 now at the 35 for Middleton. 9:18 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Both teams playing like this is a conference championship game, which it very well could be.
Low snap to Piscini out of the gun. He fires across the middle, has his man across midfield. That's Devine. He brings it across the 45 and down to the 41 of Verona. And Devine had that drop that was right in his chest in the first half, and he made up for it that time. Huge gain, and now it's a first down, and the Cardinals are into Wildcat territory.
I had 24-yard pickup on that play. One of the longest plays of the night.
1st and 10 at the 41. Piscini in the gun. Trips bunch to the right. Single receiver to the left. Falk flanking him to the left. Waist-high snap. Handoff to Falk. He takes it over to the right side. Breaks a tackle at the 40. Still going inside the 35. Moving his legs. Has the first down. And he's inside the 30. Down to the 28 of the Wildcats.
Caleb Ressler, 6'2", 270-pound guard, left guard, was trying to lead the way there. He pulled and leading the interference, and it was a great run there.
And Falk just kind of held on to the back of his jersey and said, okay, I'll follow you all the way down for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 28 for Middleton. They'll flip the formation now. 3 receivers to the left in a bunch. Single receiver to the right. This time, Piscini will hang on to it. He's inside the 25. Brought down at the 21. Pickup of 7. They'll actually give him another yard, so it'll be a pickup of 8. 2nd down and 2 now.
Yeah, Middleton able to run the ball successfully in that first half. Just penalties, getting behind the chains a couple of times is what ended up ending their drives.
Suttle now checks in for Middleton at running back. He's flanking Piscini in the gun to his right. Piscini goes with a hard count, knee-high snap, hands it off to Suttle to the left, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, spins away from a tackle, brought down inside the 20. Pickup of 2.
Andrew Fox, 68, reserve lineman there on the tackle.
They'll mark him just short of the first down, so it'll be a 3rd down. They'll show 3rd down and 1 on the scoreboard here at Verona Area High School. We're inside 7 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Middleton goes with their power set, 2 fullbacks. Piscini keeps it. He pushes forward down to the 15. That'll be a first down now for Middleton. This is right in the area where Middleton had that holding penalty that stalled a huge drive in the first half when they started at their own 1-yard line.
Yeah, they were able to get it to the 20, and then the hold, and a couple of short passes, and then they ended up having a punt on that series. Plenty of time left here, but from a confidence standpoint, Middleton really needs to punch this one in.
Suttle will stay in at running back. They're going to go with that trips formation again. Piscini again in the gun. He's got his heels on the 20. Trips to his left. Suttle flanking him to the right. Lone receiver to the right. Waist-high snap. Piscini looking right. Has the ball swatted at. He's got to take off and run with it. He is down to the 10-yard line and knocked out of bounds at the 9. It was almost a huge play for Verona. Ends up being a pickup of 5, so now 2nd down and 5 for the Cardinals. And Piscini, the junior quarterback, great job with the awareness in the pocket that time. Had a pass rush coming from his blind side. You could tell he felt it coming and just was like, okay, I've got to go and run now.
Yeah, Jacob Bindle, 52, was right in his wheelhouse, and he was able to escape him and pick up some good yardage.
Suttle with the handoff up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Behind that right side of the Middleton offense, Jackson Mefford at 6'3", 285, and the right tackle, Alex Nelson, 6'6", 285. Just power football right there.
A 10-yard touchdown run from Trey Suttle. And now there's actually, they haven't put it up on the board yet. There's a flag down at the 4.
Oh, no. No.
So this one's coming back.
Oh, geez, Middleton. The proverbial shooting yourself in the foot.
And that's what I get for talking about that penalty earlier. The broadcaster curse. Now it's 2nd down and 10. As the ball goes back to the 10-yard line. As the Cardinals break throttle, they'll go with that power formation again. Piscini under center, 2 fullbacks with Suttle still in at running back. Piscini goes a hard count. He's going to drop back to pass, play action, rolls to the near side, fires into the end zone. That's caught in the end zone. This time it's a touchdown. Owen Coney, the senior tight end, 6'5" tight end, climbed the ladder, pulled the ball in, and gets the touchdown to put the Cardinals on the board. 5:55 left to go here in the third quarter.
Cooney came in with 3 catches for 23 yards. First touchdown. And Helverson here to attempt the extra point to even the score. And Middleton finally able to overcome some penalties.
And the kick is up, and it is good. 7-7 our score. 5:55 left to go in the third quarter. We're all tied up. We're going to take a short break, as this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
PrepMania on Wisconsin On Demand is brought to you by Recover 180. Functional hydration with 3 times more electrolytes than leading sports drinks, half the calories, and 1/3 the sugar of competition. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180.
Dr. Schwab is a board-certified general surgeon who can help with many simple and outpatient procedures to alleviate varicose and spider veins. Visit StoughtonHealth.com to learn more. StoughtonHealth.com. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
7-7 our score. 5:55 left in the third quarter. After Gabe Piscini hit Owen Coney in the end zone for the 10-yard touchdown pass. And Dennis, first half, Middleton can't overcome the adversity of that bad holding penalty as they had a long drive going. This time, They have a long drive going, and they're able to overcome a penalty and still get into the end zone.
He plays 66-yard drive. Took almost 4 minutes off the clock there. Nice little curl pattern to the left for Acuni, and he's able to reel it in. Just the second touchdown pass of the season for Piscini, but very well timed there just when they needed it.
Halverson's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Verona will start with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Kittleson in the offense. They look over to the near sideline to get their play call in, as he'll be in the pistol. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right for Kittleson. Kittleson's going to hand it off to Ingram on the near side. Able to make a couple of moves. Picks up 5 on 1st down.
Middleton closing those gaps pretty quickly here tonight. Just not letting him get into the secondary where he can do some major damage.
Now on 2nd down, they'll move the ball back a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 6 at the 24. Kittleson, chest high pass, looks to the near side to fire to Wilcombe. He's got the completion across the 30. And that'll be enough for a 1st down, Wildcats. And now Verona, after that long drive from Middleton, they've got to try and figure out a way to respond. 5:18 left to go in the 3rd quarter, tied up at 7. Trips bunch to the near side. Kittleson goes hard count.
Offside.
He's able to get the nose tackle offsides. My big pet peeve, those nose tackles jumping off sides, Dennis. That was
good call by Kittleson there.
Yeah.
And now you got 1st and 5, short field. They can do an awful lot here.
And that's what happens when you're, Verona, and you complete a couple of quick passes. All of a sudden the D-line, if you can go with that hard count, they want to try and get going quickly, and they jump off sides. Ingram takes the handoff to the right side, makes a couple of moves, picks up 4, brings up a 2nd down and 1 now at the 39.
Garrett Ballwig and Jack Madigan there in the tackle.
Second down and 1. Trips bunch to the left, single receiver to the right for Kittleson as he straddles the 35-yard line. Handoff to Ingram. He's met in the backfield. He's going to be brought down. Loss of 1 on the play. There was a host of Cardinals there. Looked like the entire 3-man front of this 3-4 defense for Middleton was in the backfield.
Yeah, nothing going on that one. So now, that's at 1st and 5. Finding it hard sledding here the rest of the way. Nothing in 2 plays.
3rd down and 1 at the 39. Ingram again. They'll hand it off up the middle. It looks like he'll have enough for the 1st down. He will, as he's across the 40 down to the 41. Pickup of 2 for Ingram. 1st and 10 now for Verona as we're inside 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. 3:45 currently. Kittleson deuces to the right, single receiver to the left out of the pistol. Now we'll bring a man in motion from the left side. Takes the chest high snap, hands it off to Ingram. Ingram breaking tackles at the line, sprints forward and is finally brought down at the 49. Not quite across midfield though. Still on Verona's side of midfield.
Now getting
a little pickup of 8.
A little confidence there. Middleton's got that huge size advantage. about 60-plus pounds defensive front versus the offensive line. But Verona able to get some blocks and find the gaps there for Ingram to squeeze through. And nice consistent drive here as we run a couple of minutes off the clock.
Kittleson again out of the pistol, straddling the 45, man in motion. Handoff again to Ingram. Ingram gets chased down from behind as he is able to get across midfield and gets the first down. That was Gus Wenning, the 6'1", 225-pound senior linebacker, chased him down. But not before Ingram was able to pick up the first down. It'll be a 1st and 10 at the 49 of Middleton. Verona working from left to right on your radio dials. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Chest high snap to Kittleson. He hands it off to Ingram. Ingram tried to spin away from a tackle, but unable to do so after he picked up 5 on first down. All of a sudden now, Trey Ingram starting to pick up a little bit of momentum for this Verona offense.
Yeah, it's a young defensive line for Middleton, one of the youngest ones that the Cardinals have had in years, according to Coach Pertzborn. You got a sophomore and a couple of juniors starting there, but got to like those linebackers with Pyloff and Wenning, Ballwig and Madigan, and then the defensive secondary. Getting someone like Thomas D'Onofrio, transfer in there, it's like a freight train. So that this is going to be one of the best defenses, I think, around here by the end of the season.
And the defense put a little bit of pressure on Kittleson on second down as his second down pass attempt sailed on him. 3rd down and 5 now for Verona. Kittleson breaks the huddle. He'll have 2 receivers to his left for 3rd and 5 at the 44 of Middleton. Single receiver to the right. He extends his arms out, chest high. And that'll end up being a 1st down as Middleton jumped off sides again. And I mentioned it earlier on this drive. Verona, they're doing a lot of these quick passes, and you can just tell that the front for Middleton, they want to get into the backfield as quickly as they can. They're trying to time up that snap. But Kittleson, he's out there looking like Aaron Rodgers, drawing guys off sides.
It looks like with the mark, it's just going to be shy of the 1st down.
See, and I thought for sure they had it just across the 45. So then to get that 1st down off of that penalty, but it'll make it a 3rd down and half a yard for Verona. They'll spread it out, 2 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the left. Handoff to Ingram. He'll take it over to the right side. Has plenty for the 1st down. So he's brought down at the 36-yard line. 1:15 left to go in the 3rd quarter. We're tied up 7 apiece. It was 7-0 at the half off of a 6-yard Trey Ingram touchdown run for Verona. And then Middleton answered back with 5:55 left to go here in the 3rd quarter on a 10-yard pass to the tight end, Owen Coney.
And just Verona's 6th possession of the game. You got to make everyone count here. These got some long drives. We haven't seen the quick strikes we have the last couple of weeks on Friday nights.
Ingram again, as we're inside a minute on 1st down. He's hit at the line, able to fall forward. Wenning loses his helmet on that tackle, and he'll have to head out. So we're now down to 35 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Now down to 30. Verona making a couple of substitutions as they look to the near sideline for their play call. Now down to 20 seconds. Going to have to hurry up here if they want to try and get this play off before the end of the quarter. Now down to 15. Trips bunched up to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. 7 seconds left now for Kittleson and the Wildcats. Pitch to Ingram to the far side. He'll stumble forward inside the 30, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. 7-7 is our score through 3 quarters of action. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Find the program that fits your training goals and schedule with this fall. Position player programs, pitching programs, foot speed and fielding camps, power development. Reach your potential at the 52,000 square foot state-of-the-art indoor training facility. Visit grbacademy.com for more information. We'll take a 30-second break here as we get set for the fourth quarter of action. 7-7 is our score. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
The fourth quarter begins here from Verona Area High School as the Wildcats have a 3rd down and 4, and they'll hand it off to Trey Ingram. It's going to be close to that first down. It looks like they'll give him 3 yards on 3rd down, so it's a 4th down and 1. And Dennis, we're just starting the fourth quarter. It looks like Verona is going to keep their offense out there and go for it on 4th and 1.
Neither team's had a field goal this year, so I think they have competent kickers. They want touchdowns going to need to win this one.
And Verona's Drew Charlton only attempted 1 field goal on the year. Coming into tonight, he was 8 of 12 on extra points. It'll be a 3-receiver set, 2 to the right, single receiver to the left. For Kittleson, he's in the pistol. He's got Ingram directly behind him. Kittleson gets the hard count, chin high snap, hands it off to Ingram. He goes to the right, and he is brought down. He's going to be close. Middleton is saying that he was stopped. It's going to depend on the spot here. No signal yet from the officials. And it is a turnover on downs. Huge stop for the Middleton defense. Verona was driving. Got it down to the 27-yard line, but unable to get that extra yard was Verona to keep the drive moving.
14-play drive that took over 6 minutes and nothing to show for it.
Sounds very similar to a Middleton drive we saw in the first half. 11:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. Middleton will start in the shotgun. Piscini gets the waist-high snap, hands it off to Falk. Falk has a bunch of running room, and he is going to be brought down close to the first down marker. And then they'll move it back a little bit. I thought he stumbled ahead and got across, but they're going to give him, they will give him 10 yards now. At first it looks like they were going to give him 9 3/4 and mark him just short of the first down marker. Instead, it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Back to that 4-receiver set, 2 to each side. Piscini's in the gun. He's got Falk flanking him to the left. Hard count again from Piscini. Knee-high snap, gives it again to Falk. Falk cuts it up the middle, keeps his legs moving. He's across the 40 and brought down at the 43, and then there's going to be a number of flags flying.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be a late hit penalty. An unsportsmanlike probably coming against Verona. It's going to be a sideline warning. And there's the personal foul call. And they're going to say it's actually offsetting. Normally,
okay, do we count that as 2 penalties? No, 1 in each one.
It really should, but normally the old rule, the cliche is they're going to call the guy that reacts and makes that second move. That time the officials saw both of them and said, nope, we're just going to call it offsetting. You were both being knuckleheads, and let's move on with play. 10:30 remaining in the game, 7-7 our score. Be 2nd down and 5 now for the Middleton Cardinals. Piscini in the gun, looks to the near side, quick throw, hits Devine. There is a flag. Devine turns upfield, He was brought down at the 46. It looks like there's going to be a holding penalty, so this one is going to be moving back. And now waiting to see, and there's another sideline warning. And there will be a holding penalty called against Middleton. The officials are not giving the coaching staffs or the head coaches any leeway with getting out into that big white mark of the sideline. That's our third sideline warning now of the game. One for Middleton and two now for Verona. And the officials still talking.
Yeah, conversing, trying to figure out what's going on.
And while they're taking a break,
Drop
I'll tell you about the team at Nations Lending Monona as they find home financing solutions that are unique as you are. Whether you're buying your first home or your next home or refinancing, they've got your back. They'll act as your personal advocates to inspire the true sense of home ownership. From drinks on the patio to blanket forts in the living room to the smell of backyard barbecues, because that's how they help you home. Go to nationslending.com to get started today. Nations Lending, home loans made human.
All right, drop the puck here. Come on, guys. Trying to figure out what's going on, and none of the officials. Now, are we going to mark it off, or what are we going to do here, guys? Come on. There's this miscommunication, or officials just.
Well, it looks like they marked off.
You got together. Now make a decision here. This is what upsets coaches and players when you're going to drag it out here. Nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah, and it's always a tough line, right, Dennis? I mean, you want to, as a fan, as a broadcaster, as a player, a coach, you want to make sure that things are the right call. And so you're okay with the officials wanting to make sure that they're doing their job the right way. This is not an easy job at all to be an official. But it's also, there's a certain moment where you just start to get antsy. You're like, I want to play. I want to go. Let's go.
Yeah. Somebody's got to make a call here. That's what the head official is supposed to be. So no, the call and the holding.
So I believe what happened here, one of the benefits of having the coaching staffs up here in the box near us, they walked off the holding penalty for Middleton. Then they put on the sideline penalty for Verona, which then negated everything, and we're at 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line, and now we'll have a snap infraction as the center double clutched the snap. So that will still back things up for Middleton. So as we had a really fast-moving game all the way up until this 10-16 mark,
we're going to say
we've come to a screeching halt.
Yeah, we like running clocks, natural running clocks.
Yes.
It means you're running the ball, and all of a sudden now we're like, could we be the first game finished? And now the penalties are kicking in. This is the most penalized game I think we've called this year.
Of course, it'd be the first game that I call with you that we get all of these penalties.
We'll blame you, Hunter.
It is my
fault.
2nd and 9 now for the Cardinals as we start action again. Piscini in the gun, 2 receivers to each side. Handoff to Falk. He's going to cut over to the left side. Wanted to break a tackle at that 40, but he is wrapped up and brought down at the 42. So after all of that, Dennis, we went from a 2nd and 5 to a 3rd and 5. Inside 10 minutes now left to go in the game. Again, we're tied up at 7 here from Verona Area High School. I'm Hunter Vaughn here with Dennis Sumrow. Piscini in the gun. That same 4-receiver set, balanced with 2 receivers to each side. Piscini gets the chest-high snap, looks to throw, fires to the far sideline, and he nearly had the completion. Aiden Cleary had the ball in his hands, started to turn upfield, and then all of a sudden took a hit and ended up dropping the pass. That'll bring up a 4th down and 5, and the punter, Owen Halverson, comes out onto the field.
Yeah, we got a nice breakup there by Alec Fernandez. I think for Verona was in on that play, to give him credit for helping that incompletion along. got a feeling the last team with the ball is going to be winning this one. To the 18 on the punt.
The punt taken in at the 18, breaking a couple of tackles. He's across the 30 and then finally brought down at the 37-yard line. As on that return for Verona, that was number 10, Cody Garrison.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. I knew I was going to make that mistake once. The program has Garrison Cody listed as Cody Garrison. And I knew I was going to do it once, Dennis. I was just waiting on it.
It was going to catch one of us.
I'm pretty sure Colin Russo and Jesse Nelson back at the Park Bank ESPN Madison studios had the over-under on that sitting somewhere in the third corner. So if they put the over on that, they definitely won. Kittleson hands off on first down to Ingram. He makes a great move, started to the left, breaks back to the right, up the middle, and picks up 4 on first down. Actually, they'll give him another yard, 5.
Oh, and looks like we got somebody shaking up there for Verona.
So while there's a stoppage on the field for that injury, let me take a second to tell you about. Sorry, my page decided to flip over on me there, Dennis, as I was trying to.
Oh, we got plenty of time here for you.
Our team at Canopy Wealth Management, as they believe community is everything, and they are consistently working towards the betterment of our community. That's why they've partnered with Gilda's Club, the Madison Capitals, Kids from Wisconsin, and JDRF. At Canopy, their clients' financial goals are something they're consistently striving to help reach maximum potential, which is why they work solely in your best interest. You define your goals, and they work towards making them happen with their comprehensive financial planning. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started with them today.
Yeah, Ingram was the player that was shaken up on it, but he walked off on his own power. Did take his helmet off, though, so it looks like he's going to be out here for a little bit.
Second down and 5 for Kittleson out of the pistol. He wants to throw far side, and that's too high over the head of Jake Wilcomb. Brings up a third down and 5.
.857. Still plenty of time left in this game here, but the way both teams like to run, might going to come down to a pass play or turnover here. Or we could get our first field goal of the game. We haven't had a game-winning field goal this year.
First field goal of the season for these teams. Third down and 5. Kittleson's in the pistol. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. He's going to throw, looking near side. Now he's got to scramble. He's going to take off to run with it along the near sideline. He steps out of bounds, close to the first down marker. They will give it to him out at the 49. The first down was at the 48-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 Wildcats.
Dominic Frost, hot and heavy after Kittleson there, but able to at 6'3", 290. Not quite the speed that the quarterback's got, so
no.
Kittleson was able to scramble to his left and pick up the first down here.
Kittleson getting close to getting into positive yards rushing on the season. He's sitting at -19 coming into today, taking a number of sacks and some losses. Does have 2 rushing touchdowns, though. Kittleson will drop back to pass, and as I say that, he has pressure in his face, tries to get out of bounds, and they're going to call a late hit
on Middleton.
As that was number 5, Thomas D'Onofrio, the junior safety, just gave enough of a shove as Kittleson was stepping out of bounds that they threw the flag for that late hit.
That's a biggie. That's a 15-yarder. So, another first down by penalty. And it should put the ball at the 35. As he's marking it off, 15. Yep. Nope. Oh, more than that. So they're going to actually give 33.
So a huge penalty That brings the line of scrimmage now to the 38-yard line. Or excuse me, 33.
Yeah, so they actually gave Kittleson 4 yards on that the keeper. And then the 15-yard penalty now. Big play for Verona here.
1st and 10 at the 33. Handoff up the middle, but nowhere to go. A loss of 2. Back to the 35. As Wenning was in there from his middle linebacker spot, as was Asher Kalaji, the defensive end for the Cardinals.
Amir Ogunmola, the backup running back last week. He was over 100 yards. He's got 1 touchdown. First carry for him tonight, though. He had a big week last week in that big win over East for the Wildcats.
Kittleson now on 2nd down as pressure coming, wants to throw, fires down the far sideline, and that is over the head of his intended receiver, Gavin Farrell. Kittleson had to get rid of that one quickly. He had Sam Pyloff barreling down on him. Pyloff wanted his 2nd sack of the season. Last year, Pyloff, 12.5 sacks on the year. This year, he's only got 1. This team's definitely saying, you know what, we're going to double team Pyloff. We're going to chip him as much as we can. We don't want him to get going in the pass rush game.
He was the Big 8 Conference outside linebacker of the year, 18 tackles for loss, too. 6 forced fumbles, though, so you know he hits. That's a guy you have to game plan for.
Yeah.
You don't game plan for many defensive players, but you do for Sam.
7:59 to go. Kittleson gets a knee-high snap. He's going to pass. Actually, now he'll take off to run with it. He has plenty of room. Across the 25, slides down close to the 20. And they'll say he started his slide at the 21.
It should be enough for the first down.
That
it
definitely is. So Kittleson with the huge scramble, and now he's got himself positive yards on the season running the ball.
Yeah, in high school, sacks get taken off of the rushing yardage, not the passing yardage. So the quarterback's yardage usually a little bit deceiving, but as we can see, he can beat you with his legs as well as his arm.
Still feels good for a quarterback to say that he has positive rushing yards on the year. Ogunmola gets stood up at the line of scrimmage. And they'll give him a half yard on 1st down. So it'll be 2nd down and 9.5 for Verona as we're down to 6:50 left to go. Wildcats looking over to the near sideline as they get the play call in from the coaches. Kittleson breaks the huddle, deuces to his left, single receiver to the right. Ogunmola 2 yards behind him out of the pistol. Kittleson brings his receiver into motion from the right side. Sprints out to the left, fires to the near side, has a completion, and that's Gavin Farrell. Picks up 5 on 2nd down. Makes it a 3rd down and 5 now. So they'll give him 6 to make it 3rd and 4.
Checking to see Ingram's still sitting on the bench. Helmet is off. And also on the sidelines with his helmet off is the other tailback who's been carrying the ball for Verona tonight. That's
Kittleson's going to throw. Has a completion to Farrell, but there is a flag being thrown. It looks like there was some pre-snap movement. And that is what they're going to call. Middleton coaches up here in the press box wanting that illegal motion. It looked like that time that Verona, they've been using a lot of that wide receiver motion, and he just got going a little too vertical, going towards the line of scrimmage before the snap.
going to be a big decision here coming up. You got 3rd down, long. Are you going to go 2 plays to try to pick up the 1st down, or are you going to try that to make that first field goal? Just need points up on the board, but there's still plenty of time for Middleton to have a nice long drive and come back and win it with a touchdown.
I'm personally a fan of the 2 plays here. Use all the downs that you have. As it's another pass for Kittleston. He's going to throw to the far corner. That's knocked away.
Is that Hellenbrand, number 3, I think, on the coverage?
That was Hayden Hellenbrand, the 5'10 senior corner. Knocking the ball away on 3rd down. So the special teams unit does come out.
So this would be a 38-yard field goal attempt. I think, were they going to mark it? You can actually mark it at the 27? Yeah, so it'll be a 37-yard attempt.
Charlton's kick, end over end, splits the uprights and is good. 6:16 left to go in the game. Verona takes a 10-7 lead. As this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Zimbrick Honda, for nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or head to ZimbrickHonda.com to search inventory. 10-7 our score now off of that Drew Charlton field goal. He now moves to 1 for 2 on the year for field goals for the Wildcats.
10-play, 41-yard drive, 3 minutes, 2 seconds. Got by that 37-yard field goal. Now pressure's on Middleton. They need to get in field goal position, and they have the kicker that can do it. Halverson's a very good kicker.
And with 6:16 left to go, plenty of time, but it just feels like every single point in this game absolutely is going to matter with just over 6 minutes left to go. Charlton's kick, high end over end, taken by Devine at the 3, across the 10, 15, 20, and then spins down at the 23-yard line. There's an injured player down on the field for the Cardinals. So while we have a short break, the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994 with 4 locations in the Madison area. It's easy to enjoy one of Madison's favorite traditions. Visit GreatDanePub.com to find a pub near you. Now, Dennis, I moved to Madison, the Madison area, a little over a year and a half now ago. I have yet to go to the Great Dane. If you're going there, Dennis, what should I order the first time I go there? What's your go-to food?
Sorry. I'm an iced tea drinker, so I don't get a brew when I go there. We're going to talk to Strofer about his choice.
Yeah, but they've got great food there.
Yeah.
Great
Burgers are really good.
Burgers, I love a good burger. I'm definitely going to have to give that a try.
It's been a while, but now that we're going to be rotating the show there,
yeah,
I got to start putting that on my Monday schedule.
Yeah, the Great Dane Huddle. You can hear Alex Strofe with Derek Engler and Tarek Sala.
The boys are back in
nights.
town.
First down and 10 for the Middleton Cardinals. They'll go into power formation. Subtle gets the handoff, takes it over to the left, only picks up a yard though.
It's got to fire up the Verona defense, offense, getting some points on the board, knowing that if you can get a stop here and put the ball back in your offense's hands and let them run clock, you could ice the game. Middleton, they have to put the backs against the wall. You cannot assume you're going to have to punt and be able to get the ball back, so they're going to have to do it on this drive.
Second down and 9 at the 26 for the Cardinals. Piscini under center, 2 fullbacks, single running back. Piscini goes hard count again. They're going to go subtle to the left again. This time he's across the 30. Brought down. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Cardinals.
This is truly David versus Goliath when you look at the the size of the lines for Middleton tonight and the 60-pound advantage on both sides over Verona. And these Wildcats are scrappy. I like this team under coach, first-year coach Andrew Riley. He's got these kids playing at a high level.
We're going to have a Recover 180 timeout on this 3rd down and 5. The Verona Wildcats use their first timeout of the second half, as we will take a 10-second break for station identification as you're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
This is Barry Alvarez.
Hey Madison, Pat Richter here. For great coverage of your Wisconsin Badgers, stay tuned to 100.5 ESPN.
WTLX Monona, ESPN Madison.
On Wisconsin.
10-7 our score, 4:53 remaining in this game. Verona leads Middleton as this is a Recover 180 timeout. Reset, recharge, and recover with Recover 180. Recover 180 is the premium functional hydration solution for everyone who lives life on the go, on the field, in the gym, or at the office. Recover 180 is the drink that will help you keep feeling your absolute best. With only 60 calories and 3 times more electrolytes than other leading sports drinks, Recover 180 improves energy, reduces stress, and offers rapid relief and recovery from dehydration. 3rd down and 5. Cassini will take off to try and run with it. He doesn't get the first down, and there is a flag that
Brandon Zier met him right there, and then a host of Wildcats, a pack of Wildcats, got after him.
Now, Dennis, I'm not sure if it's actually a pack, though, when it's Wildcats.
Is it?
I know a group of cats is called a clouder.
Clouder? How about a herd?
So,
what do you call it? Herding cats? You've heard the expression?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 3. My daughter's cat is with us right now. We got 3 in the house. And they're all independent as hell.
None of them like to cuddle with you, Dennis?
Oh, no, they do. Actually, I've got a big red guy, and he comes up and does headbutts. Headbutts. That means that he's marking you, that you're his. And with Grandpa's boy, my daughter's cat with us, a little jealousy in the household. They're both vying for attention.
We have a conference of officials right now. I think that'd be the correct term to use for a group of officials.
Gaggle.
A gaggle of officials.
Hold Middleton.
And it is a holding penalty against Middleton.
They look at the game film. They're just gonna kick themselves opportunities, beginning with that first long drive they had in the first half. That starting on their 1-yard line, it got shut down because of a holding penalty. And just getting pushed behind the chains too many times tonight. And that was one of the keys was win the turnover battle. We only had that blocked punt. So far, that's the only turnover you could call that in this game.
3rd down and 10 for Middleton. Line of scrimmage at the 30. They need to get to, is at the 25. They need to get to the 35. Cassini sprint out to the near side, looking to throw, fires near side.
Broken up.
And that is incomplete, broken up, intended for Dayton Devine. That was number 22, Trey Poteet again. And you can see why those Division I schools are interested.
I like this kid. He's really breaks on the ball fast. He's got all passion out there. He's really firing his team up, too.
And again, Trey Poteet, he's a sophomore. I feel really bad for the rest of the Big Eight for the next 2 years.
And he's a two-way player. You're going to see him make an impact on offense before this year's out, I got a feeling.
4th down and 10, 4:28 to go. Middleton tries to fake it, breaks a tackle in the backfield to the near side, and he's spun down at the 30. Turnover on downs after the fake punt. And I can't tell who made that tackle for Verona. He's just being mugged by his teammates on the near side. So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 now for Verona with a chance to, I think, Dennis, maybe ice this game with 4:22 left to go.
Well, you got a short field 30. Here you want to punch one in. If they can run clock, punch it in here and get that 10-point lead, it's going to be too much for Middleton to overcome.
And we have a whistle on the field. Don't believe this was a Recover 180 timeout, but we will take a break alongside with them as it's 4:22 left to go in the fourth quarter. Verona leads Middleton 10-7. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Reset, recharge, and recover with Recover 180. Recover 180 is the premium functional hydration solution for everyone who lives life on the go. On the field, in the gym, or at the office, Recover 180 is the drink that will help you feel your absolute best. With only 60 calories and 3 times more electrolytes than other leading sports drinks, Recover 180 improves energy, reduces stress, and offers rapid relief and recovery from dehydration. Before, during, or after a workout, Recover 180 will take your recovery to a whole new level. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180.
The countdown to kickoff continues.
Brady has a certain effect on the team that Rodgers does not seem to have in the moment of truth.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
Baby,
First down and 10 at the 30 for the Verona Wildcats after they stopped a fake punt from Middleton. And on first down, there'll be a run to the near side.
Yep, Ingram's back in the game.
Ingram is back in the game, but there's a flag, and that's going to go against the Wildcats of Verona.
Illegal motion.
That illegal motion penalty again. We've seen that twice now, where again, Verona likes to bring a receiver into motion and they start trying to get a little momentum so they can turn up field. But then just gets too far upfield too soon. So that'll back up the Wildcats to the Middleton 40 now for a first down and 20. Ball spotted on the near hash mark as Verona works from right to left. Kittleson.
And the clock is running. Yep.
Inside 4 minutes now. Deuces to the right, single receiver to the left. Kittleson straddling the 44.
Oh, right tackle moved.
And another penalty is going to back up Verona. That was the right tackle, Spencer Harrington, the senior, just took that extra step. Or not that extra step, that early step.
Just lunge.
Trying to get going fast. So we'll have a first and 25 now at the 45.
You just said he caught him leaning, and then he can't. Once you lean, you can't. That much weight.
No,
you can't bring it back. Now the clock starts up again. So losing yardage here, but you're still burning clock time. Yep. And this is good clock management here. Verona, the enemy of the time is the enemy of Middleton.
Kittleson, chin high snap, hands it off up the middle. That'll be a pickup of a couple.
Gus Wenning there on the tackle. Yeah. I think with his dad as a coach, he knows about protecting the football on this point. You know, ball security is number one for Verona. You're not worried about making a first down or a touchdown or anything. You want to run clock and protect the football. And if you got to turn it back over, then your defense has got to come through. The team aspect of football, you got to have your back each side. You got to believe the other one can make the plays when they need them. And defense right now, and we did get a timeout there by Middleton.
And that is a Recover 180 timeout. Reset, recharge, and recover with Recover 180. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Find the program that fits your training goals and schedule with them this fall. Position player programs, pitching programs, foot speed, and fielding camps. Power development as well. Reach your potential at the 52,000 square foot state-of-the-art indoor training facility. Visit grbacademy.com for more information. Second down and 24. And there's a huge run. There's going to be a face mask penalty on that one. as Ingram's back in the game. Huge play, and now there's going to be a hat that flies. So it looks like there's going to be a couple of penalties here again. Ingram had a huge run, broke a number of tackles. He was brought down at the 35, but it was by the face mask. But then, so the first signal from the referee, it looked like there was a holding penalty that he signaled. And we've got a face mask as well. And then an unsportsmanlike that was called. So Dennis, if I'm seeing that right, we had 3 penalties on that play. So
3 for the price of 1. So we're marking.
The end result is that Verona will be moving the ball forward. So on top of that huge run from Trey Ingram.
15 first and 10 on the 20 now. And the worst part about it is it gives first down to Verona.
And that unsportsmanlike went against Middleton. So it'll be first and 10 at the 20. 3:15 remaining in the game. The Wildcats of Verona lead 10-7.
Now Middleton's going to have to call their timeouts. Hopefully get a stop here, and if Ingram can pull off another 9-yard run like he just did, that'll help for Verona's sake. Fortunately for the Cardinals, it's come down to too many penalties. Did not play a clean enough game to win this one.
Not going to be a fun film study this week for
but
the Cardinals.
It's still not over.
3:15 to go. First and 10 at the 20 for Verona. Trips to the left for the Wildcats. Kittleson in the pistol. He's got his toes on the 24. Hands off to Ingram. Ingram takes it straight ahead and met at the line of scrimmage by a conclave of Cardinals again. And goes nowhere.
And Middleton, are you going to call it?
They will. That'll be their recover 180 timeout. Reset, recharge, recover with recover 180. 3:07 left to go in the game. 10-7. Verona leads Middleton. We're going to take a short 30-second timeout as you're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
For the Wildcats of Verona, handoff to Ingram to the near side. Stutter steps, cuts it upfield inside the 20, and brought down at the 16. And we'll have another recover 180 timeout from the Middleton Cardinals. Inside 3 minutes left to go. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180. Recover 180 is the premium functional hydration solution for everyone who lives life on the go. On the field, in the gym, or at the office, Recover 180 is the drink that will keep you feeling your absolute best. With only 60 calories and 3 times more electrolytes than other leading sports drinks, Recover 180 improves energy, reduces stress, and offers rapid relief and recovery from dehydration. Before, during, or after a workout, Recover 180 will take your recovery to a whole new level. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180. 2:59 left on the clock. 10-7. Verona on top of Middleton. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 6 for the Wildcats. They'll go trips to the left. Kittleson yet again in the pistol. He's got Ingram directly behind him. Chest high snap, handoff to the near side for Ingram. Ingram gets it inside the 15 and brought down at the 14. Picks up 3. Bring up a 4th down and 3. But Verona's going to go quickly back to the line. Same exact formation with the 3 receivers. Kittleson in the pistol. He's going with a hard count, then pulls up, looks over to the near sideline to get a signal from the coaching staff. He'll lick his fingers on his left hand, wipes them off on his left thigh, and puts in his mouth guard. Kittleson looking at the official to run off as much clock as he can. And now there will be a Recover 180 timeout by the Verona Wildcats. Recover 180, reset, recharge, and recover with Recover 180. 2:16 left on the clock as this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or head to ZimbrickHonda.com to search inventory.
Yeah, Verona trying to get their first win on this field against Middleton. It's a new high school here, just a couple years old, and opened up in the pandemic year. And the first win for Verona at home since 2018. They won at Middleton in the alternative fall season back in 2021.
Charlton on for the field goal, and that one splits the uprights and is good as well. That was a 32-yarder from Drew Charlton. It's a 13-7 lead now for the Verona Wildcats. 2:12 left to go in the game. We'll take a 30-second timeout as you are listening to Zimbrick Honda's PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
$2:12 left to go in the game. The Verona Wildcats have taken a 13-7 lead. They've had 2 drives result in field goals. As the Cardinals take the kickoff, Devine wanted to try to cut it to the right side, got across the 20, then was brought down at the 22. Now, no Recover 180 timeouts left for the Middleton Cardinals with 2:07 left to go, Dennis. And they trail by 6.
Need a touchdown and then the extra point to pull this one out. It'd be a 14-13 win if they could do it. So it's not over yet. The Verona defense, their toughest stand now. They were able to force a punt on the previous 2 play possessions for Middleton after Middleton got that touchdown in the 3rd quarter.
Piscini in the gun. Trips to the left. Now he brings Suttle into motion. Suttle on the screen to the far side. He gets it across the 25 and is brought down. Pickup of only 2 on the play. Suttle had to run 4 yards just to pick up 2. Then there's a whistle. Let's see what was stopping play there as we've got 1:56 left now. Now Suttle has to head to the sideline, so the Cardinals will bring Falk back in. Second down and 8. Handoff to Falk. Falk gets met at the 30 and then is brought down, staying in bounds. 1:40 now left to go, and it's going to be third down. Now there's an injury timeout.
Yes, the dreaded
As that Middleton player went down. Is being attended to. That's Bryce Falk with 1:37 left to go. Bryce Falk going down with an injury.
Of course, Middleton worries is Falk hurt, and Verona goes, he's not hurt. They're just trying to stop the clock. So I always give the benefit of the doubt to the player.
Yeah, I would rather lean towards the side of player safety, especially for young kids playing football. You know, it's a little different than trying to get a stoppage when you're a defensive player just all of a sudden falling over against a hurry-up offense.
Yep, so he's got to come out for a play, though.
It'll be third down and 6 for Middleton. 1:37 left to go. Deuces to the right and left of Piscini. Knee-high snap, looking to the left, has a completion. That'll be enough for the first down. Didn't get out of bounds, though, did Cleary. So he's down to the 40 or the 39. 1:23 now. Clock is running. Piscini again. Quick screen to the near side for Devine. Breaks tackle in the backfield. He gets hit from behind. Gets across the 40 and is stopped. Second down and 8 now. Piscini quickly back to the line. 2 receivers to each side. Piscini sprint out to the far side, looking to throw, looking, fires down the field, and he has a completion at the 40 of Verona. Aiden Cleary goes up and pulls it down. Inside a minute left to go now. 1st and 10 at the 40. Piscini quickly up, spikes the ball to bring up 2nd and 10 with 52 seconds left. That was a huge completion from Gabe Piscini to Aiden Cleary. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 40 of Verona.
The longest minute of Coach Riley's life we're embarking on right now.
Any Verona fan right now, this is going to be the longest minute they've ever experienced, as it's 13-7. Verona on top of the Middleton Cardinals. 52.6 seconds left to go. Trips to the right for Piscini. Single receiver to the left. Sprint out to the near side, and there's going to be a whistle.
Host
and
of flags.
Early movement across the line for the Cardinals. And again, Middleton, they start moving the ball. Everything's looking good on offense. And then a tough penalty that backs them up and takes away the momentum. Second down and 15 now.
And the clock
starts with 50 seconds left. Piscini, sprint out to the near side, looking to throw, still looking, pressure coming, throws to the near sideline, incomplete. He wanted his receiver on that near sideline, intended for number 16, Weston Lamp, the 6-foot senior wide receiver, but it was too far over his head, incomplete, and it's a third down and 15. 42 seconds left. I have to imagine if you're Middleton, you're okay with getting 7 or 8 and get out of bounds. Try and make this fourth down a little bit easier.
2-play drive. Definitely got to go for 2 here. But at least the incompletion stops the clock.
3rd and 15 at the 45 of Verona. First down marker is the 30-yard line of the Wildcats. Piscini, knee-high snap. Fires quickly, has a completion on the slant. That's inbounds, though, with 35 seconds left to go. Clock is running. Trying to get quickly up to the line. 4th and 7 now. Piscini looking over. He's got inside 30. 27 seconds left. Trips to the near side. Single receiver to the right. Piscini sprint out to the near side. There's a flag that flies. Piscini looking to throw. Stiff arm in the backfield. Fires. That's intercepted on the near sideline. Poteet slides down at the 40. And there's another sideline warning that's going to get called here. And there was a flag thrown in the middle of the play.
Middleton really can run the football, but tonight, penalties, that's the story. You look back at the keys to the game, and Middleton was able to control the line of scrimmage and get some movement, but too many false start, and Motion penalties, I think, just killed them. They had a couple of holds in there. And then the only turnover really had a blocked punt, but that interception at the end when Middleton was trying to come back and rally. And I think for Verona, you look at their win the line of scrimmage, or at least the stalemate. They got the stalemate. They were able to run the football just enough, but that big block punt, that gave them the touchdown they needed early. And then they were able to get 2 field goals in the second half and take advantage of some good field position. But and move the chains. Again, that's the whole story. You cannot have 2nd and 10, 2nd and 15 consistently. And Middleton had that huge drive in the first half. And if they can convert on that one, I think it's a totally different game.
Yeah.
Now they've got first blood, but instead there's a blocked punt. Verona takes advantage of it, and Middleton's only the second touchdown allowed in the second half by Verona in the last 15 quarters. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, 13-7 again, our final score. The Verona Wildcats on top of the Middleton Cardinals. I'm Hunter Vaughn here with the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Sumrow. Want to say thank you to the winery, Ryan Wollersheim, on the video broadcast tonight on Wisconsin On Demand, as well as Colin Russo and Jesse Nelson back at the Park Bank ESPN Madison studios. Again, I'm Hunter Vaughn, and this has been your Zimbrick Honda presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand. Let's send it back to Jesse and Colin at the Park Bank ESPN Madison studios.
All right, Hunter, thank you very much. How about that win for the Verona Wildcats, improving to 3-1 on the season with a 13-7 win over the Middleton Cardinals. Jesse Nelson in the Park Bank ESPN Madison studios, downtown Madison in the AmFam Spark building. We thank all of you joining us here as week 4 of the high school football season culminates around the area. We thank you as you're joining us, leaving the games that you've been attending throughout the course of the night. Perhaps some fun ones around the area. One team on the ropes for its first loss in school history. Couple other games closer than you may have expected. We'll run through the scoreboard coming up after this on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, post-game coverage on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.